Well, it's the Mole Man and some Halloween evening ramblings. So, we want to invite everyone to the gospel meetings of the New Testament teachings this coming Sunday at 4 o'clock at the Clackamas Community Club, 15711 Southeast 90th, just off of 205 and 212. So, we have probably at least an extra 15, 20 seats, room for that, many. There's 115,000 people in Gresham, and not one of you's come out. So, if the NFL is too busy, makes you busy, if that's your idol, sports, soccer on Sunday, who knows what? That's your idol. That's what you serve. I used to do that. I used to fish on Sundays. No, I've had to repent from that. Find grace in the Lord. Just an hour of your time. We do meet Sunday morning at 10:30, but that would not be something that would motivate you from the beginning. So it'd be great to see 8, 9, 10 people from Gresham. Come on out. And anyway, one more thing that's on my mind is, 2 months ago or so, a young girl in the neighborhood, Chloe, I thought she could be a little bit less assertive about, she always wanted to be first and write the menu, the order down that I would go get her and her friend. I said, well, why don't you consider somebody else first? Or she gets a little defensive, and that's fine too. And so we were discussing a couple days later about, I see this morning or this afternoon or whatever it was, we're going to turn over a new leaf. Now, a new leaf is a page. So when you heard the term, I'm leafing through the book, and that's just an old English term. So when they talked about turning over a new leaf, that was a new clear page. And so, I don't know, it might have been a week later, something about, they thought, Ariana and Chloe thought I shouldn't raise my voice about something. And I said, well, I'm going to turn over a new leaf today. And so Chloe looks up and says, well, if you're going to turn over a new leaf, then start turning it over. And she's right. And bless her for that. I'm just determined, and I've told them that I just don't want to be a grumpy old man with my fist pounding on the table, quoting verses to how everybody should live, like my father. A bully, just full of contempt for me. If I say something, he wants to argue. Or if I say, well, maybe we could be better not saying something, comment like that. Well, I can if I want. That's his reply. Don't you tell me. To be a better person. He has no interest in having any self-awareness to be a better person. I would like to be a better person. And tonight I was playing golf with Anthony, and he said, Mole Man's, my nickname's the Mole Man. And the Mole Man's very interesting, and I kind of like it. I kind of like what the vibe he gives out. I don't throw clubs. I don't argue with the golf, of course. I say good shot to somebody else, and we're pretty evenly matched. He's probably 12, 15 yards longer off the tee box than I am. That's just fine. And today I couldn't pitch the ball any closer than 6 feet, and that doesn't work. And then I pitched the ball, sculled across 3 greens, and I finished 9 over, and he finished 5 over on 9 holes. So that's the way it goes. So that was a nice compliment that he appreciated playing golf with me. Funny thing is, he smokes, and I cannot keep up with him. When he hits the ball and we head on down the fairway, he's 12, 15 yards ahead of me on the pace. So when it's your turn to hit the ball, I get moving. But it's fun. So that's kind of how we wind up the last day of October. We can't be all bad. And I have a glare in my glasses. That's from lights across the room come up on my glasses. But you know, I can't see without these stupid things on. And what else transpires? It's kind of a interesting. I can't disclose who it is, but maybe I can get some feedback from my followers. When there were two parents with kids, and one parent is a narcissistic, raging, yelling, screaming maniac, the missus. And then the mister says, well, I want to keep the marriage together for the kids. And I'm not sure that's the wise thing. So I did do some research tonight, and I think even AI commented that it's not for the better for the kids to stay together. For all that turmoil and strife, and you know, you're really kind of thinking of yourself or financially, but it'd be better to put kids into a neutral society, because one of the kids is acting out at school, throwing chairs. He's been to the principal offices 5 days in a row, acting out. My mom yells and screams every day, 24 hours a day, it seemed like. And like my sister and I have discussed, we should have been pulled out of that home by the state by the time we were 3 or 4. And, you know, but that's way back in the 60s. And so I'm just wondering what the feedback is, because I'm going to have a conversation with this person, and maybe even go to counseling together. And say, you know, the drama and the scarring and just the PSTD they call it, you know, down the road, and then trying to find a companionship when you're older, and trying to fit into that relationships. It just adds drama. So let's hope I can get that straightened out in the next, like, Thanksgiving or something like that. And we can move forward from that and see how that goes, because that sort of drama, you just, you know, I took it with me into my 30s. And then when I was in a brief marriage, you know, I was verbally abused by my ex, you know, behind the scene. Nobody heard it. And I'm not going to disclose it, but, you know, and then I was, on the last moment, I was told not to, I was, in no uncertain terms, I was not to touch her. I mean, that was laid out. So, and that's unbiblical. The Bible says, do not deny yourself except for fasting and prayer and time of the month. That's what it says. And if you don't, that's extortion, and you're serving Satan. So it's kind of crazy, the drama that I went through. And I wish peace to everybody into the new month. I think we should prepare ourselves for greater salvation.